Michelle. I'm from Bonfire Hot Yoga, and I'm joined here by my friend Erin, who's an excellent student here at Bonfire. He's going to help me take you through utkatasana, awkward posture. So we're going to take you through just some of the critical alignments to have good form doing this posture, and also some of the common pitfalls and good ways of correcting those pitfalls. So this posture is a good way to build heat in the body. It's oftentimes used in yoga practice during the first part of practice as a way to build up the heat, build the intensity, and warm up the body. So we'll start out just doing, there's 3 parts. I should also mention that to this posture. We'll start out with the first part. So Erin's going to take a step to the right, 15 centimeter step. So it's hip width distance. And the way you can make sure that you've got the good distance between your feet is actually by measuring using your 2 fists. So bringing the 2 fists together, he measures right in between the balls of his feet. He needs to shorten that step a little bit so it's nice and perfect. Good. So that'll be the good distance. And you also want to make sure that the toes point straight ahead. So ideally that second toe especially points straight ahead of you to keep the feet nice and parallel. So arms extend up in the first part of this pose. He's going to stretch the arms forward so the tricep muscles are working. The shoulders are nice and relaxed though, so he's not hunched up around the ears with the shoulders like that. They drop down, just energy through the arms. Now he takes an exhale, draw the stomach in tight, and then he sits down. Nice and low, right? So the thighs ideally are all the way parallel to the floor, body weight shifts back into the heels, and rather than keeping his body pitching forward, he's going to really create an arch in the lumbar spine, helps to build some strength there. So the chest is lifted, the collarbones are broad. He's going to keep breathing. Now knee alignment's really key in this posture as well. Notice that his knees are pointed straight ahead, just directly over the toes. You want to make sure you maintain that. And then to come out, he's going to inhale, slowly come back up to center. We'll right into the second part. So in the second part, he's going to extend up onto the toes. So all the way up on the tippy toes, finding the focus, stretching the whole upper body. So there's a lot of length through the body the whole time in this position. Now, slowly lowering the hips down. He works hard to keep his spine nice and straight. Pelvis stays right where it is, so it's nice and neutral pelvis. Thighs parallel to the floor. Again, the knees point straight ahead, just coming over the toes. Comes way up on the tippy toes, and then inhale and slowly come out, working really hard to keep the pelvis just right where it is, so it doesn't go back or forward too much. Inhales come down. For the third part, he brings a little bit weight forward into his toes. So the heels rise a little bit. He brings the knees together. Good. There's strength happening between the inner thighs now. With that squeeze of the knees, the pressure there, he turns those inner thighs on. And now keeping the spine straight, the pelvis neutral, slowly lowering down. Nice and slow. Really squeezing the knees together the whole time to help control that descent all the way down, so it's very controlled. Spine's nice and straight from the side. So once he gets down there, notice he does have a little gap, about an inch or so between his hips and his heels. You don't want to allow yourself to rest any weight there. Now squeezing the knees together again, inhale, slowly comes back up, keeping the spine nice and straight, building a lot of strength, especially on the way back up, making that nice and slow and controlled. And then heels slowly come back down and feet together. So we'll take you through a couple of common pitfalls for the posture, things that happen really normally for people in the beginning, especially when they start doing yoga practice. So taking you through the first part of the posture, we'll take a little step out to the right again, that hip width distance step, arms up parallel to the floor. So there's a tendency sometimes with people when they have weakness in the inner thighs to allow the knees to splay out, and that's actually not good alignment for the knee joint. So showing that, just to demonstrate quickly, as Erin sits down, you notice that his knees come out and his feet have come way out to the side. So you don't want that. You actually want to keep good alignment with the feet so that the knees point straight ahead. So to correct that, he's going to draw the toes back in, squeezing the knees back together, using that strength, accessing that again. Good. And inhale, slowly coming back up to center. Now, in the second part, another common pitfall is to pitch the upper body forward and let the hips come way too far back so the spine goes really out of alignment. So to demonstrate that for you, so you come up on the tippy toes, everything lengthening up. And now sitting down, everything looks good until he starts to get a little weak and he starts to lean his upper body forward and allow the hips to come way back, right? Throwing the balance a little bit off. Now, to correct it and maintain the balance, watch as he brings his hips forward, knees forward, automatically the upper body comes back into alignment again so the spine's nice and straight. And now inhale, slowly comes back up to center. Notice his knees again are pointing straight ahead, so he had good alignment with his knees that time. Third part, very similar to that second part, so he comes up a little bit on the toes, bring the knees together. As he goes down, if he experiences a little weakness there, starts to pitch the upper body forward, hips come back, and so to correct it again, he's going to have to lean the upper body back, bring the knees down and forward, bring the hips way forward to correct that one, holding it there. Good, inhale, slowly come back up. That third part, because you go so far down to the floor, a lot of people have difficulty with that third part. So we're going to demonstrate just an easier, kind of a softer way to get into this posture if you're just trying to build the basic strength to get into it. So coming up on the toes just a bit again, draw the knees together, squeeze the inner thighs. Hold it there, stomach sucked in, and now he's going to go down nice and slow. As far as he can, and when he gets to that place where he doesn't feel like he can go any further, it's not safe, he's going to slowly reach down and put a little weight into the hands and then slowly lower the hips back down, right? And then from there you can find that final position again. Leaning back, arms extend forward, very nice. There's a 1/2 inch gap between his hips and heels, you can see that. Now to come out, he's going to come out the same way to keep his knees nice and safe. So he brings the hands to the floor, slowly starts to straighten the legs. Back up with the arms, and nice and slow, all the way up to standing again. Good, feet back together. Very nice. So hopefully that gave you some good tips, some good techniques to get you into awkward posture very soon with some good alignment. Thanks again, Erin, for demonstrating that so beautifully. And we'll see you again next time. Thank you.